Welcome back to the Mia Pompi Podcast. What you hear is what you get. Calm, direct, and real. I'm Mia Pompi. Now, let's be honest. Do you ever notice that some relationships only exist because you keep them going? Not because they check in, not because they show up, but because you do. You're the first to call. You're the first to check in. You make sure nothing falls apart. And for a while, you just don't question it. You don't question it because you tell yourself, everyone's busy. Life gets crazy. I get it. And you do get it because you are not unreasonable. You're not being needy. You're just being consistent. You're the kind of friend that remembers people. You think about people. You make sure no one feels forgotten. But then something small happens. You didn't text that one day. And you wait. And you wait. And nothing happens. So you think, okay, they're just busy. So you keep waiting and still nothing. No, hey. No, how are you? No, just checking in. And then it hits you. This only exists because I make it exist. Not because it's mutual, not because it's natural. Because I've been carrying it. And the realization, it doesn't come with drama. It's quiet. And it's you looking at your phone and realizing if I didn't reach out, it disappears. And now you start replaying everything in your head. The conversations, the times you checked in, even the times you kept it going when it felt just a little bit off. The times you thought to yourself, why do I always have to be the one? Why do I always have to be the one that calls first? What is the problem? But you ignore that thought because you say to yourself, well, when I do get the phone call because they're having a problem, I'm here. I'm always here for them. And because you're always there, you think that this is real. And this is where everything starts to shift. You have a moment, a very quiet moment, where you can either go back to what you were doing and keep it alive by yourself, or you pause. Not to play games, not to teach them a lesson, but something inside has just made you realize something. Because now you're not acting out of habit, you're acting out of awareness. And let me tell you something, awareness changes everything. Because suddenly you notice who's showing up without being asked. And now you're noticing who doesn't show up. And you're noticing who only responds, but never initiates. You notice who is perfectly fine letting you do all the work. And you start to realize that this was never balanced. It just felt normal because you were used to it. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you feel it, you can't pretend that you don't. And now you have to decide, do I go back and keep giving like nothing changed? Or do I move forward with what I know? Moving forward is not always a conversation. It's not always an announcement. And it's not always easy. But sometimes it looks like this. You just stop. You stop reaching out. You stop checking in. You stop holding it all together. Not with anger or with attitude, but with clarity. And you let it be what it is without forcing it. And in that moment, that's when the truth shows up. Because what happens next tells you everything. You ask yourself, do they notice? Are they going to reach out? Do they show up when you didn't? Or does it go quiet? And if it goes quiet, that's your answer. Not a harsh one, not a dramatic one, just a real one. And that's the part that changes you. You don't chase the answer, you just accept it. And that right there is growth. And that's self-respect. That's a woman who is not afraid to see things for what they are, not as she hoped them to be. Because the day you stop reaching out is the day that you start seeing things clearly. And from that point on, you don't force connections. You notice the connections and you choose them accordingly. Thank you for being here with me today. I will see you in the next episode next Wednesday. And also, check out Coffee with Mia. We are doing a 28-day reset. Have a great week, everyone.